My name is Sherry Bergman, and I work for the Clarkston School District as an English language learner instructor. My topic today is teaching religious tolerance in school. According to the Migration Policy Institute, we are having an explosion of immigrants in the United States. And the impact of these students spills over into the schools. Often they will come and they have different religious convictions than is the accepted way in America. And they may come celebrating different types of holy days or none at all. They often come to this country through circumstances beyond their control. It might be because of war in their homeland. Maybe they're forced out by their government. They simply could come because their parents want their children to have a better way of life. So where does that leave these students today? They not only need to fit into society, but they also want to be desperately accepted by their peers at school. And as educators, we need to take the lead in teaching tolerance not only for our immigrant students, but also to them. And this spills over into teaching religious tolerance as well. Now, they face barriers in school. One of these is that their religious identity is often ignored, it's marginalized, or it's actively discriminated against. They often will become an object of ridicule because of the clothing they wear, maybe the customs they have, or even based on the foods they may or may not eat. In the classrooms, we often have holiday celebrations. These children will tend to just kind of go along with the flow. They want to be accepted, but they often don't feel as though they belong to part of the group. Another form of religious discrimination is passive endorsement. For example, if you overhear a student saying, "You're going to go to hell," or "You need to get saved," as a school staff, we need to take the time to educate our students. Otherwise, we're endorsing that religious discrimination. These students also become a victim of what I like to refer to as calendar academics. The majority of teachers I know, they don't give homework during Christmas break. But yet many of our students come to school and they have different holy days they observe. So if they stay home for those observances and then they come back to school, they're expected to make up that work. So they're really at a disadvantage academically there. Not only that, but it also affects their family. Now, according to the author of In Because I Had a Turban, she wrote, "Frequently their immigrant parents use religious activities and organizations as a way to gather with people like themselves and transmit culture to their children." Now, when the children refuse to participate in these because they want to attend school instead, this makes it so that the families feel as though their ethnic identity is being threatened. So what can we do as educators? Well, first of all, we need to know the law. The First Amendment gives us the 3 R's they're referred to. We have the right to our religious beliefs or none at all. We have the responsibility to uphold the religious liberties of others. And third, we need to respect those rights and responsibilities. Simply put, we can teach about religion, but we cannot encourage or indoctrinate students to join in or participate in any religious activities. Some of the steps that we can take in teaching religious tolerance is we need to maintain neutrality, we need to build trust, we need to be respectful, and we need to be sensitive. We need to remember that religion runs very deep within people's communities and their ethnic identity. We also need to keep it academic. Remember that religion has influenced some of the greatest architecture, music, literature, and art of the world, and the thread of religion runs very deep through our history books. One key thing is we need to have district buy-in. We need their time, their support, their money, and their resources to be successful. Another very important point is we need to involve the community and the parents. We need to have open communication, and they need to understand the goals of the program if you're going to be successful. Last but not least is training of teachers. The teachers are the ones that are going to hold the program together. They're the ones that are going to do it without violating the law and without offending anyone. So by teaching tolerance, we not only help our students to retain their ethnic identities, to reduce their anxiety and embarrassment, and raise their self-esteem, but we help them maintain connections with their family. So we can, as educators, have an impact in reducing prejudice and increasing tolerance in our student body. And I'd like to thank you all for coming today.